California middle school student was recently suspended and barred from attending future sporting events at a school district after being accused of wearing blackface at a football game. October 13th incident that resulted in the student's suspension, first brought to the public school's attention by popular X account Libs of TikTok, took place at a high school football game between La Jala High School and Morse High School. The student identified as JA for privacy reasons by the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression, or FIRE, a nonpartisan nonprofit dedicated to defending freedom of speech. Reportedly, the student wore blackface paint under his eyes for the game, leading to backlash from the principal of Merlin's Middle School in La Jala. 1 week after the game, FIRE, which intervened in the matter in an effort to protect the student, stated that the principal called J.A. the student and his parents to a meeting, where he told them that the student would face 2-day suspension and barred from attending future athletic events for wearing blackface. Disciplinary notice obtained by FIRE describes J.A.'s alleged offense as painted his face black at a football game and categorized the incident as offensive comment, intent to harm. In a letter to the school's principal, FIRE expressed concern over the school's handling of the situation and called for a reversal of the decision. Quote, as the First Amendment protects JA's non-disruptive expression of team spirit via the style commonly used by athletes and fans, notwithstanding your inaccurate description of it as blackface. FIRE calls on the school to remove the infraction from JA's disciplinary record and lift the ban on his attendance at future athletic events. JA's appearance emulated the style of eye black worn makeup by many athletes. Such use, eye black, began as a way to reduce glare during games, but long ago evolved into miniature billboards for personal messages and war paint slatherings. JA wore his eye black throughout the game without incident. For JA, the group also pointed to a significant Supreme Court case ruling that defended the First Amendment right of a student in the United States public schools. Quote, in the seminal student speech case, Tinker versus Des Moines, the Supreme Court held the First Amendment protected public school students' right to wear black armbands to school to protest the Vietnam War. The court made clear school officials could not restrict students' speech based on speculative, undifferentiated fear that it will cause disruption or feelings of unpleasantness or discomfort among the student body. Rather, Tinkerer requires evidence that the speech has or will materially or substantially disrupt the work and discipline of the school. There is no evidence that JA's face paint caused a disruption, let alone a material or substantial one, at a football game or school afterwards. The complete lack of disruption is unsurprising, as the sight of fans in face paint is similar to and expected by anyone who has ever attended a football game or other sporting events. It requested a response to its letter, which was also sent to local school district officials no later than November 22nd. The group also called for Maryland's middle school to reaffirm its commitment to its binding First Amendment obligations. All right, so I wanted to do a little bit of looking. So I ran through and I got the images of both schools, right? So the school that you see directly to the left, the mascot, is of the Viking, right? So that is from the school that he specifically goes to, right? Which is uh, La Jala High School or La Hala High School, right? And the other one to the right is Morse High School, right? So Morse has the M with the tiger, and La Hala High School or La Jala High School has the Viking. And he resembles none of those. Usually when it is that people want to wear face paint, they do so with the attempt of trying to mimic or look just like the mascot, the team. Nothing. Nothing here looks anything like the team at all. At all. For all intents and purposes, it's looking a little bit questionable. It's looking a little bit. Actually, I'm sorry. Let me recorrect myself. It's looking highly questionable here because again, with both images side by side and the image of him with the quote unquote face paint on, Um, what was he supposed to be mimicking? What was he so like? It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't. It doesn't at all. It looks highly questionable to me. And then you have this group called Fire that comes out of nowhere. They're like, "Hey, we're standing up for free speech and all of these other types of things." If you're going to stand up for free speech, I would expect. I'm just stating. I'm just stating from my own point of view that a group like this should be defending everybody's right? So that means that even when you deal with the fringe groups who are specifically, spewing all types of nonsense and rhetoric directly out there, they should be the main ones out there batting for them. They should be batting for everybody. If we're really supposed to be talking about free speech here, and like I said before, it's free to an extent. If people actually really like you, then yeah, you're gonna have freedom of speech. If people horribly disagree and they really don't like you and they just really want to bring an end to you, oh yeah, you don't got freedom of speech. Anything you say is going to be listed and labeled as hatred. Is That's just the way that it is. It's black and white, right? Either they like you or they hate you, right? Again, this is highly questionable. That's the most that I want to sit up there and say about it because I'm putting everything into perspective. I'm putting everything so that people can, come to their own conclusion. All I'm stating is that this looks highly questionable. In no way, shape, or form does he look like his mascot or is even reflective of his mascot. I'm not sure what type of face paint that is even supposed to be or warrior paint. Because if I'm even to look at the sides, the Viking has nothing similar to this. His beard does not stretch up to his eyes. He doesn't even really have sideburns. Last time I checked. So again, like I said before, hey, somebody at the school made the call, and that was a call they wanted to make, and you got Fire on the whole other side deciding that hey, this is not what you think it is. This is just black paint. Okay. Okay. But you guys, let me know what you guys feel about it.